In the heart of Africa, nestled between rolling hills and dense forest, lay the village of Umoja. The villagers were known for their kindness and strong community bonds. Among them was Kofi, a humble and hardworking young man who tended to his family's garden. This was no ordinary garden, for it was blessed by God to yield bountiful harvest every season. Kofi's produce was the envy of the village. His maize grew taller, his tomatoes redder, and his herbs more fragrant than anyone else's. Despite his success, Kofi remained generous, sharing his bounty with those in need, always giving thanks to God for his blessings. Not far from Kofi's home lived Jabari, a farmer whose crops often withered under the harsh sun. Unlike Kofi, Jabari's yields were meager, and his frustration grew with each passing season. The villagers' praise for Kofi's garden only fueled his jealousy. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Jabari sat alone under a baobab tree, watching Kofi distribute fresh vegetables to the villagers. His envy twisted into a dark resolve. "Why should Kofi have everything while I have nothing?" he muttered to himself, forgetting the words of James 3 verse 16, "For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil thing are there." The next morning, Jabari devised a plan. He approached Kofi with a smile, carrying a small, ornate box. "Kofi, my friend," he began, "I have something for you, a token of appreciation for your generosity." Kofi, always trusting and kind-hearted, accepted the gift without suspicion. Inside the box was a small sachet of seeds. "These are rare seeds from a distant land," Jabari explained. "Plant them in your garden, and they will bring you even greater fortune." Grateful, Kofi planted the seeds in a corner of his garden. Within days, strange plants began to sprout. They grew rapidly, their leaves a vibrant green, but as they matured, the plants turned sickly, spreading a blight that threatened to consume the entire garden. One night, as Kofi lay troubled in his bed, he prayed earnestly for guidance. That night, he dreamed of his great-grandmother, a revered woman of faith. In the dream, she was surrounded by a radiant light. "Kofi, my dear," she whispered, "you have been deceived by a jealous heart. The seeds you planted are cursed. You must remove them at once and seek the truth." Awakening with a start, Kofi hurried to his garden. Under the pale moonlight, he carefully uprooted the cursed plants and burned them, praying for God's forgiveness and guidance. Determined to understand the source of the evil seeds, Kofi sought out Jabari. He found him in his withering field, looking more despondent than ever. "Jabari," Kofi called, "we need to talk." Jabari's face flushed with guilt and fear. "Kofi, he stammered. Kofi held up a hand to stop him. "I know what you did, Jabari. The seeds you gave me were cursed. Why would you do such a thing?" Tears welled in Jabari's eyes as he fell to his knees. "I was jealous," he admitted. "Your success, your generosity. I felt overshadowed and desperate. I forgot Proverbs 14 verse 30, a heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones." Kofi helped Jabari to his feet. "Jealousy is a poison, Jabari. It hurts both the victim and the one who harbors it. But we are a community, and we must lift each other up, not tear each other down. Remember the words of Galatians 5 verse 26, let us not become conceited, provoking and envying each other." Together, they worked to heal the garden. With the help of the villagers, they purified the soil and replanted Kofi's crops. In time, the garden flourished once more, and Jabari, having learned a valuable lesson, became one of Kofi's closest friends and allies. The village of Umoja grew stronger from the experience. The story of Kofi and Jabari spread far and wide, serving as a timeless reminder of the dangers of jealousy and the power of forgiveness. The villagers gave thanks to God for his guidance and blessings. In Umoja, the bonds of community and the spirit of unity prevailed, ensuring that the village thrived in harmony for generations to come. The words of Ephesians 4 verse 32 echoed in their hearts, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you.